Hi, good morning. So, welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. So, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a topic that a lot of people are talking about these days, which is allergies. Because spring is here and the time is here for dancing in the street, but there's a lot of pollen in the street these days. In fact, I was on a meeting the other day, and somebody said she can't even go outside because she's suffering from allergies. And a lot of people are allergic to a lot of different things, and they may not even be aware of it. And even, there are food allergies, there's allergies to different flowers and dust and this and that. But I wanted to just tell you something very, very important about allergies. One thing is that, Moshe used to suffer tremendously from allergies. Like spring came and he was miserable. He was allergic to, I guess, the pollen and had hay fever, I don't know, whatever. His mother was highly allergic, and he was allergic to cats. So whenever we went to my mom's house, he was miserable, sniffling and blowing his nose and having all kinds of allergic reactions. And then what happened in 2003, we found out that Moshe had cancer. And in 2004, we started to get introduced to an alkalization program. So we started to alkalize, right, with the green drink and the pH drops, and started to become more alkaline. And about a year after we started, I guess it was about a year and a half after we started the alkalization program, what happened was that not only was Moshe, thank God, whatever we say, Blian Hara, not only was he cancer-free, but he was also allergy-free. And that's an amazing thing that a lot of people don't know, that really allergies are caused by the over-acidity in the body. Over-acidity, of course, causes inflammation, arthritis, pain. All disease actually starts from inflammation. And where does inflammation come from? It comes from an imbalance in the acid-alkaline balance in the body, in the blood and the tissues. And this is what Dr. Young, who I've spoken about before, he taught us about. So I wanted to impart to you some easy ways to alkalize your body, okay? And this is what I do, basically every morning, except, during Pesach I wasn't able to do it. But first of all, I make my CBD tea, or Moshe makes the CBD tea actually, which is really great for alkalization. So we make the CBD tea, and then I add all kinds of things to it. So first of all, I add lemon juice to it. I squeeze at least one lemon into my CBD tea, at least one, okay? Some people I advise, as I'm a health, wellness, and positivity coach, and so when my clients come to me, I just spoke to a client this morning whose husband is having a gout attack, right? So I told her what to do, right? And we take our green powder, and I put 2 scoops of my green powder in here. I've got my wonderful bamboo straws here from our friends in Boca. Our friends sell these beautiful bamboo straws. They're amazing. So, and if you want to get a hold of those, you can email me. I'll give out my email in a few seconds, a few minutes. But yeah, you should definitely get these. These are great straws. They're washable, they're recyclable, they're amazing. So, and they make bamboo cups and stuff like that. Anyway, so I take 2 scoops of my green powder, I put my lemon in here, my CBD tea, and I'm good to go. That starts my alkalization process, right? And that's a great way to start the day. It feels so good and so healthy and so amazing. And then, of course, there are certain herbs that are really good for allergies. So, and these are also, whatever's good for allergies is really good for, alkalization of the whole body. It's good for inflammation and pain and, all those things. There are seasonal allergies. There are perennial allergies, which are all year round allergies. There are food allergies, and you may not even be aware of your food allergies. There are tests that you can take for food allergies. I just got the name of somebody who does that, and I'll tell you about that. There are indoor allergies, such as mold or dust, skin or eye allergies. There are pet animal allergies, we know about that. And of course, there are serious life-threatening allergies to penicillin. Certain people have allergies, to certain, like somebody told me a friend of mine who was here told me that one of her friends took the vaccine, for the COVID, and she got a terrible allergic reaction to the first shot. So she wasn't even allowed to take the second shot. So there's all kinds of allergies. So I'm not going to go over all of them. And people have allergies, chemical sensitivities. I know a lot of my friends say, if you're coming over to me, don't put any smells on, no perfume, no oils, nothing, because they're very allergic to, they have chemical sensitivities, right? So a lot of people treat allergies with, of course, either over-the-counter medications, or they go to doctors and they get shots. But it's very clear that we need to eat an anti-inflammatory alkaline diet, okay? And I've spoken about that on many of my other YouTube videos. You can, look me up on YouTube, Nechama Sipora Kessler, and watch, especially my earlier videos. I went over a lot of what the alkalizing food plan, you want to add those leafy greens, you want to stay away from animal products as much as possible. And if you do eat animal products, please make sure they're organic animal products, right? And garlic is great as an anti-inflammatory. You know that. Lemons, as I mentioned, green leafy vegetables, probiotic foods. Like a lot of times, during the day, I'll make a miso broth. I just take hot water, throw in miso, which is great, and I toast up some nori or put in nori flakes, and I have that in the middle of the day. That's really, really soothing and alkalizing, and that's a probiotic, and that's really great. Coconut milk is great. Almond butter and seeds, of course. Pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds. Moshe makes these amazing flaxseed crackers, You want to show us, Tati? He just soaks the flax seeds. He can give you the recipe. I'll give it to you in a few seconds. You want to stay away from gluten as much as possible, especially now, like the wheat. And if you're using flour is problematic because, first of all, you don't even know how long it's been sitting on the shelf. So there could be mold in it. There could be things that you might even not detect. So you want to stay away from flour. This is Moshe's delicious flaxseed cracker. And you want to give the recipe, Tom? You take, 2 cups of flax and
16 ounces of flax.
16 ounces of flax. You can write this down. In a quart of water. In a container. It doesn't have to be.
Throw the water to.
It could be glass.
One teaspoon of salt.
1 teaspoon of salt, and you let that soak for at least. You fill the water to the top, and then you let it soak for at least 6 hours is what we recommend. So it gets to start the sprouting process. Then you spread it really thin. You oil the sheet, right? Put some oil on a parchment paper or on a sheet. It's best to do it on parchment paper. Put some oil on the parchment paper, then spread the flax seeds really, really thin, and then you sprinkle it. Moshe makes this delicious seasoning to put on top. It's with onion powder, garlic powder, minced onion. You can throw poppy seeds in there. We didn't have any, but we didn't put sesame seeds. A nice topping, and you throw it on top, and then you bake it at a low oven. 300 for at least about an hour? Mm-hmm. Something like that. You turn it over in a half hour. I think you turn it over, right, Tom? No, just an hour. Well, he's busy making them. I'm busy eating them. He's busy making them. But they're really, really yummy. So I would suggest that, and try to stay away from gluten. Like I make these organic oat crackers, for the Sabbath when we have to when we have to wash. So I take my oats and I put in some flax, ground flax, and I put in all kinds of spices, dill and onion powder and garlic powder and all kinds of delicious spices. And bee pollen. Bee pollen is really good for allergies. I know that sounds really funny. And quercetin. And we know quercetin is something really important for your immune system. You want to use, quercetin every day. It has anti-allergic functions. Very, very important. Quercetin is something that's found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, onions, shallots, green tea, citrus fruits. So it's really important, and not just, I said, it's important for allergies, it's also important for immunity. So please make sure you're getting that, okay? Stinging nettle. There are different herbs that are really good for allergies, and they help control not just allergy symptoms, they also help the immune system. So of course, anything that's going to help with allergies is going to help you with your immunity. So there's ginger, turmeric, or turmeric, however you want to say it, yarrow, astragalus, perilla, butterbur, eucalyptus oil, and frankincense oil. So you want to use your essential oils. Those are really wonderful, okay? For helping anybody with allergies. And the probiotics, of course, as I said before, very important. You want to make sure that you're getting rid of any of your, bacteria in the body, building up that whole intestinal flora system, right? So this is very important, okay? So allergies are due to hypersensitivity of the immune system, and it causes the whole body, it can affect the whole body. And you, like I said before, you may not even be aware that you have allergies. It can show up, sensitivity can show up in depression and anxiety, digestive problems, a whole host of problems. So I've heard people tell me that when they got off gluten, wow, all of a sudden, like, they felt better, not just physically, but emotionally. So these are really important facts that we all need to know. Alkalization of the body is so important. We must get rid of the inflammation in the body. I've spoken about these things various times throughout my YouTube videos. My email address, if you need to ask me any questions or get in touch with me after this class, I'm going to open it up for questions. I'm going to close the YouTube now and open up for questions. But my email address is nechamatk1234@gmail. nechamatk1234@gmail.com. And I'm so happy to be in touch with you if you email me any questions or comments. And Moshe is going to close the recording now, and we're going to open up the line so you can all ask questions or comments, and you can socialize. I know there are people on here that want to socialize with each other, which is really fun. So you can end the